So, as part of last session, we discussed more about SQL installation. Okay, uh, regarding what are the major things we need to consider. So, whenever you receive any build request, SQL build request, what are the things you need to consider, like version, edition, which server we need to install, whether we are having access to the server or not. Okay, what are the best practices they followed on the server level? Means in terms of resources, in terms of drives partitions, like data files need to go for separate drive, log files need to go for separate drive, MDB need to go for separate drive. Okay, and backups, most of the time we are taking the backups to the now storage now cloud part, rather than taking the backups to the local servers. But still, if you are configuring the backups to the local server, instead of keeping it L drive or temp drive or some other drive, keep a separate drive for the backup as well, for the safe side and best practices, because database sizes are so huge. And if you are keeping backups on the same location where your LDF or MDF or TempDB places, that will again impact the performance. Okay, because backups may consume the lots of space. So try to separately create a disk for the backups as well. Apart from this, what are the services we need to install? This is also very important. Uh, uh, until unless if application team is telling that, okay, we need the services for our requirement, okay, we no need to install all the services. So majorly we are installing the database engine as a service. In case if they want integration service, they want analysis service, they want reporting services, they want full text service, they want some Power BI services, we will explicitly install the services. Later on also, once you complete your installation and they are coming after the installation also, you are happy to install the other services. It's not a like that, okay, where we need to install firstly, later on we can't install anything. No, sir. Once you complete your traditional installation, later on they are coming up to install some other services. You can also happy to install the other services. That's the one thing you need to remember. One more thing is, okay, authentication mode. So this is also very important. So basically, mostly we are having two modes. One is Windows mode, one is mixed mode. Mixed is nothing but Windows and SQL. Means Windows logins and SQL login. It will allows Windows login, SQL SQL logins. Windows mode means only Windows logins. Only Windows logins it will allow. See, as a best practice, we will keep all our logins as a Windows, because these logins are more securable logins when you compare with the SQL logins. So mostly we'll try to encourage the application team to keep the Windows logins rather than keeping the SQL logins. That's the best practice we'll follow. Even though, even though when you are installing the SQL Server, the the configuration you can do is the mixed mode, because if you're not configuring mixed mode and you are configuring Windows mode, later on, some of the application team, due to their dependency, if they are asking, we want SQL login, then that time, if you wanted to change the authentication from Windows to mixed, you need downtime. You need at least minimum of 5 minutes of downtime, because you need to restart the SQL server. So if you are switching the authentication mode from Windows to mixed, you need to restart the SQL services. So better, when you are installing the SQL Server, better try to configure the mixed mode. Later on, you no need to explicitly ask the application team to provide the downtime to switch from Windows to mixed mode. Anyhow, we are going to discuss all this part in the security concept. What are the best practices we'll follow? Okay, but when you are installing the SQL Server, try to prefer mixed mode. Okay, but when you are creating the logins, try to prefer Windows authentication logins. Windows authentication logins rather than creating the SQL authentication logins. So what is Windows logins? What is SQL logins? What is this authentication modes? Everything we'll discuss in the security concepts. After we complete the backups restore, we are going to discuss the security part, because as a DBA, how you are protecting the data, as a DBA, how you are protecting the authentication, because unnecessarily we can't go and grant the permission to someone, right? They can mislead the data. So they are dealing with the data, right? So how, what kind of permissions will grant, okay? To whom, what kind of permissions will grant, what kind of approvals, what are the things we need to take in care before we granting the permissions, all the stuff we are going to discuss under security part. So authentication mode is a very important, sir. So when you are selecting mixed, by default, you will get a login call, SA, System Administrator Login. It's a SQL authentication login. It's a SQL authentication login. Only DBAs can maintain the login, this login and password, or sometimes application team will maintain the this login and password, because this SA account having sysadmin permission. This SA account having sysadmin, sysadmin. This is the topmost permission having for SA account. You can do anything in the SQL Server. By default, you will get the SA account. By default, SA account having sysadmin permission, you can do everything at the SQL Server. As a long, but as a best practice, we will disable the SA account mostly. Mostly, we will disable the SA account as per the best practice. So, but still, some application team wants the SA account, because whenever they want some upgrading their applications, and they're having some dependency with the SQL Server, and they want highest permission. So instead of granting the permission to them, what application team will do, that anyhow application team is having SA account password, okay, and SA account is already having sysadmin permission, they can use the SA account. They can use the SA account. But couple of projects, SA account will only handle by the DBS. Couple of projects, SA account will be handled by the DBS along with the application team. Couple of projects, they will completely maintained by the application team. It depends on project to project. Make sense, everyone?
Yes, Subbu.
Yep.
So try to prefer mixed mode, sir, when you are installing SQL Server, because in future you will avoid the downtime. You no need explicitly need downtime. But when you are creating the login, try to prefer the Windows logins. That is one of the best practice. This is a one point. Everyone please make a note down. Now we'll discuss a lot in the security, sir. No worries. Now one more, sir. Uh, Before you are installing SQL Server 2016, from SQL Server 2016, what are the difference you will notice while you are installing SQL Server? That is your next question. They may come up with you, sir. Okay. Before SQL Server 2016, from SQL Server 2016, what are the differences you will notice while you are installing SQL Server? While installing your SQL Server, what are the difference you will notice? So what you can do means, especially, okay, okay. So when, for example, you wanted to know what are the differences between when you are installing, sir, no one will go and install SQL Server 2012, 14, 16, 17, 8, 19, 22 on your laptops. So what you can do, all installation are same. But from SQL Server 2016, there are a couple of changes where Microsoft made while you are installing SQL Server. So SQL Server 2014 installation, step by step. For example, okay, if you select, okay, and SQL Server 2016 installation, step by step. We don't want PDF, sir. We want just step by step. SQL Server 2017, okay, installation, step by step. Let's go for SQL Server 2016, SQL Server 2017. Let's go for SQL Server 2019. 2019 installation step by steps. Okay, so better you will get some idea. Okay, what you can do. So what are why this box again? Come on. Okay. So where you mainly focus is mostly all the features are same, sir. But the major difference you will notice is this window, database engine configuration window. Okay. See, sir, this is 2014. This is SQL Server 2000. Come on. Yeah. This is SQL Server 2016. This is 2017. Okay. This is SQL Server 2017. And this is 2019. So this is how you need to keep an image and try to compare what are the things Microsoft has been modified while you are installing SQL Server. Okay. See, sir, the major difference here you will notice in SQL Server 2014, you will see only server configuration, data directories, file stream. Okay. But in SQL Server 2016, there is one window called tempdb. There is one window called tempdb where you can configure tempdb while you are installing SQL Server itself. But before SQL Server 2016, no, sir, you can't. Okay, configure tempdb while you are installing SQL Server. After you complete the installation, you wanted to configure the tempdb. But from SQL Server 2016, while you are installing itself, you can configure the tempdb as per the best practices. From SQL Server 2017, okay, what are the things Microsoft? Here, Microsoft added user instance, one additional window. But in SQL Server 2019, the major change has been done where you can configure max drop, where you can configure memory as well. Memory. You can configure max drop value when you are installing SQL Server, when you configure memory when you are installing SQL Server. These two windows has been added from SQL Server 2019. So what they are expecting means what are the changes Microsoft made while you are installing SQL Server on 2016, 2017, 2019, 2022. Okay. So you need to make a note down. Okay. This has been enhanced. So in SQL Server 2016, tempdb has been added. In 2017, not much, sir. Okay. User instance that has been removed again in 2019. In 2019, you will see the max drop. You will see the memory where you need to remember. These two are very important. This basically these three are very important concepts. We are going to discuss a lot in the coming sessions. Not now, sir. About tempdb, max drop, memory. Okay. So this is how they are expecting from you. And one more thing also, sir, between 2014 to 2016, in the futures also, there are a couple of changes where Microsoft made. Okay, in 2014, you can install SSMS being part of this regular installation. SSMS, sir. This SSMS you can install being part of. Come on, yeah. What is this? What is this box? Anyone drawn from your laptop or somewhere? Just check once your Zoom, sir. So this is also very important point everyone need to remember. Reporting services, SQL Server management services, both are being part of installation. When before SQL Server 2016. Again, I'm repeating, reporting services, SSMS has been part of regular installation, But from SQL Server 2016, what are the change Microsoft made? Okay, this is SQL Server 2016. What is the change Microsoft made? Okay, reporting services still has been part of regular installation, but management service, SSMS is not been part of your regular installation. See, sir, everyone able to see any, there is any SQL Server management tools, basic, nothing right here. So it
No.
has been separated, means SSMS has been separated from the regular installation. You no need to install regularly. If you want, you can install SSMS separately. You can download SSMS separately. You can install SSMS separately. You no need to go for installation setup file, click on next, and choose the management tool. You no need, sir. If you want to install SSMS, if you want to install SSMS, you can install separately from SQL Server 2016. From 2017, reporting services also been separated. Reporting services also been separated. There is no reporting services, sir. There is no reporting services. It has been completely separated. So you need to remember reporting services has been separated. SSMS has been separated from the regular installation. Apart from this, there are new windows has been added like max drop, like memory, like tempdb from SQL Server 2016 onwards. This is the major enhancement done while you are installing SQL Server. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
Clear, everyone? So what are the things you need to remember? So what? So while you are installing SQL Server, so tempdb window has been added, max drop window has been added, memory window has been added, SSMS has been separated from the regular installation, reporting services also has been separated from the regular installation, because from SQL Server 2016, Microsoft introduced Power BI tool. Okay, it is advanced level of SSRS. So some application team wants reporting services, some application team wants Power BI services, but nowadays most of the people loves the Power BI because it's having lots of graphical user interfaces where you can project your data in a graphical manner mostly. It's a visualization tool, sir, basically like Tableau. You know, everyone knows Tableau, right?
Yes.
Reporting tool like Tableau. Power BI is also our Microsoft reporting tools. Okay. No.
Okay, sir.
Yes. So when you are in, this is the one important question, sir. Okay, definitely someone may ask you the question, what are the enhancement done when you are installing the SQL Server? Just try to remember couple of things. Only 5 things are you need to remember. Okay, reporting services has been separated, management services has been separated. Okay, tempdb window has been added, memory window has been added, and max drop window has been added. And when you go for SQL Server 2022 installation step by step, okay, if you go for SQL Server 2022, okay, same see, data system server configuration, data directories, tempdb, max drop, memory, file stream. Okay, this is what first thing everyone need to make a note down. Okay, and now, sir, any questions till now? So we discuss about the features, what features we need to install, what services we need to means features is nothing but what services we need to install, and what are the things you need to take in care before you go and start the installation. It's a standalone installation or cluster installation. Forget about clusters, or we are not discussing cluster now. We are discussing standalone. So everything you can install on your laptop, you can practice everything on your laptop. Okay, in case you have some doubts and you wanted to check, you can do everything on your laptop itself. That's the one good point about the Microsoft, sir, basically.
Suppose small doubt.
Yeah.
So while we installing, we have checked a few components. After that installation, we realized that we not require that component. So can we uninstall that component?
Yes, sir. Basically, no need. You never go and uninstall. It is what do you mean by some components? That's what.
Like while installing database engine, we have added some like full text or replication like that.
It won't affect anything, sir. It's just feature you are installing. What it never until unless you use that feature only it will write. Otherwise, it never impact anything.
Okay.
It never impact anything, sir. Basically, nothing. So when we are installing, also we'll install maximum all the services
Okay.
because until unless you use that feature, it never affect.
Okay,
Okay,
sir.
maximum in overall my journey, I never get a chance to go and uninstall some component. Basically, when you go for majorly these three, sir, analysis service, integration service, reporting services, these
And,
three.
and database engine.
So database engine uninstall will uninstall when you are performing upgradations or migrations.
No,
In
no.
place, my
While going installation, we will choose this services only.
I will show you, sir, when we
Okay.
are installing.
Okay.
Okay, let me stop the screen share for a while.
Sir, one doubt, sir.
Dispense. 1 second, sir. Let me again. Yeah, now it's gone. Yeah, yes, sir.
Sir, does this MSBI components like SSRS, SAS, they comes under the same license or it is like different extra charges?
No, same licensing.
Okay, okay, sir. Thank you.
Those are just components, sir.
Oh, okay, okay, sir.
Okay.
Not sure why our client is asking us to uninstall for every service.
Which service?
SSRS.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. Now, maximum we are good, sir, to go for installation. Okay. If you don't have any questions, I'm giving 3 more minutes. If you have any questions, just ask the questions. Otherwise, we can good to go for installation. Very
So,
easy, sir. Installation is not like a Oracle or it's not like a PostgreSQL where we need to keep our brain a lot. Okay. In terms of installation, it's like a side forward installation SQL Server is. Yeah.
Subbu, whatever we are configuring during installation, those all we can means modify after that also, na? Any component which is only limited to configure while installation, or any restriction.
What you wanted to modify, sir?
Modify means I just want to ask that is there anything which is restricted that you
So
can
basically,
only configure
basically in
any?
my overall journey, okay,
Mhm.
my overall experience, we just install the SQL Server. That's it. We
Mhm.
never go and do all the stuff. We will install the SQL Server in case certain cases I told you, right?
Mhm.
If analysis services and integration, sorry, analysis service and DB engine are running on same, analysis services is also most powerful for them along with the DB services. We will educate them, keep analysis services in separate VM. Don't keep here. Okay, in that scenario, we'll uninstall the analysis service. We'll install the analysis service in different VM
Okay. Same case with
because
integration also.
integration is just running the package, sir. Apart from nothing else, it is doing. It is using your database and running they are just creating the packages. It won't make that much load. No, we are just creating the jobs. Somewhere they will design the packages, DTX packages, and you are deploying these packages in this VM, database engine VM.
Okay.
No, nothing. It won't make nothing harm.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Analysis service is separate, reporting service is separate, sir. So that's the reason
Oh.
we'll keep these two as a head sometimes.
Okay. And after 2017, means after that SSRS separation, as many times we can restart SSRS, it won't impact our database engine like our SQL
No, from
services.
before SQL Server 2000 also, if you are playing with report services, it never impact the database engine, sir. Installation from installation, it has been separated.
Yes.
Okay, the working nature is same. Okay, but from installation, reporting services has been separated because Microsoft introduced a tool called Power BI. Okay, so some people wants to Power BI, some people wants reporting services. Based on their need, we will install the Power BI or install the SSRS.
Yeah. No,
Application need.
I'm saying after 2017, if we restart SSRS, it won't impact like SQL service.
Before also, it won't impact SQL
Acha,
services,
okay,
sir.
okay, okay. Impact
Reporting
means
service.
we don't need to take the downtime for that.
Why you need downtime for database engine if you are restarting reporting services
Yeah,
before
that is what
2017
I'm
also?
asking.
No need, sir. Every
Ach-
service is a independent here. Okay.
Uh,
Database engine is a independent, reporting service is a independent, integration service is a independent, full text service is a independent. Okay.
okay.
But
Thank you.
when you are installing database engine, you will get two services. One is SQL agent service, SQL server service. Make a note down, sir. I will come back with services tomorrow. Okay. So by tomorrow, we'll complete the installation. Now, okay.
Subbu, one
Yeah.
question.
Yes, sir.
So did you get any time chance to install SQL Server on multiple servers at once?
Yeah, definitely.
So can you explore that how we can install
So
on multiple instances at once?
basically, we'll use the DBA tool, sir. Basically, Po- PowerShell to install multiple servers earlier. But I'm a little bit unlucky guy where I never get a chance to work on the PowerShell. That's the reason I not explored more on the PowerShell. Basically, we requested a lot our clients, but they hesitated us. Don't run any PowerShell commands because PowerShell is most powerful, sir. It's good. It's good, but it is more sensitive, more dangerous. More sensitive, more dangerous. If you do small thing, okay, it may impact very huge. Please be aware of this concept, sir. Again, I'm not saying that you should not learn the PowerShell. Okay. So earlier, instead of using PowerShell, we are using the Puppet, sir. Basically, is a DevOps tool. If we wanted to install, we are using the Puppet agent to install the SQL Server. I never installed the SQL Server for 4 years. Regular installation, no. We are using the Puppet, like Ansible, Puppet, DevOps tools, sir. We used to DevOps tools to install the SQL Server. We used to apply the patches using the tools only. So in real world, will you get this chance? Miss, yes, sir. Maybe they can use the DevOps tools, or maybe they can use the DBA tools to install the SQL Server, or maybe you can go for traditional. Maybe you can go for the traditional approach. But if you want to install multiple tools with the same level of configuration, you can go for config file installation. You can go for config file installation where you can get the config file when you select everything. If the same configuration for all the instance, how many servers you are going to install, you no need to select one by one. You can design the PowerShell script to run the config file in respect to servers, okay, at one shot. We can, sir. Possibility there is. I'm not saying nothing. No, yeah, we can, but you need to take that opportunity. I hope you got it.
Yes, thank you, Subbu.
Yeah. So
We can do the silent
yeah,
installation.
multiple things, sir. We can do it. Okay. In real world, again, you need to steal that activity, steal that chance, basically. Okay. Means you need to get that opportunity. Everyone. So if you are having time, spend some time on different things. Okay. How we can do this one thing indifferently, how you can try to implement. Basically, I'm little bit lucky on that part. Only automation part, sir. I'm little bit unlucky because we already most powerful automations with the DevOps tools. Uh, only DevOps tools are we used to use to DevOps tools. So That's the reason I never get a chance to work on more on PowerShell. Otherwise, I used to teach the PowerShell a lot. Now, if I am learning also, I'm not getting chance to where I need to implement that. No one is asking, hey, you need to implement this one using PowerShell or nothing. No one is asking. Maybe if I get a chance with the project where I can spend on automation, yeah, definitely. That time you can also learn. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Now, sir. Now, sir, we discussed a lot about what are the things we need to consider on our mind, okay, before you go to the installation. But I'm good to go for installation now because we discussed lot many things. Okay, we discussed lot many things to install the SQL Server. But before that, actually, what are the major prerequisites, Subbu? Whatever you discuss, okay, that is as part of need. What are the need to go for the SQL build smoothly? SQL build smoothly. But what are the major prerequisites if I want to install the SQL Server? What are the major prerequisites if you wanted to install the SQL Server? Anyone, you have any idea what are the major prerequisites if you want to install the SQL Server? So basically, first you got a chance to install the SQL Server 2022, sir. Now, first what you will do, SQL Server 2022 hardware and software requirement. So this is the first thing you need to check because your application team by mistakenly build Windows Server 2012. Assume, sir, by mistakenly your application team build Windows Server 2012 and they are requesting you to install SQL Server 2022. Will Windows Server 2012 is compatible for Windows Server 2000 SQL Server 2022? No, no, sir. At least minimum you need Windows Server 2016. Sir, forget about our friendly operating systems like Windows 8, Windows 8.1, Windows 10, Windows 11. This is our user-friendly operating system. We are not discussing that user-friendly operating system. We are discussing the servers, Windows operating system servers. Okay, so minimum they want SQL Windows Server 2016, but by mistakenly your application team build the Windows Server 2012. Will you go and install SQL Server 2022? No, right? Agree? Not agree? No. So this is the first thing you need to check, sir. When you connect to the server, check your operating system. When you are connected to the server, MS Info 32. When you run this one, you will get what operating system, what version you are using. Okay, along with you will see what process you are using, how many logical process, physical codes, and how many logical processor you are using, how much memory you are using. So minimum Microsoft is saying, okay, minimum, sir, minimum to minimum Microsoft is saying 1 GB of RAM, 1 GB of RAM, and your processor speed should be 1.4 gigahertz per speed, and even one core also you can build a SQL server, sir, but try to encourage at least use the 2 cores, 4 cores of CPUs when you are building the SQL server. It will give the best performance for when application team is trying to load or insert or see the data. It will give such. So if you are having best processors, if you are having best best memory, SQL server will give the SQL server database engine will give the best performance. So this is the one of the major prerequisites if you wanted to install the SQL Server: memory, CPU, along with operating system. Operating system. These three are very important, sir. Make sense, everyone? No? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Can you
Yes,
one
sir.
more time explain, Subbu, please?
Okay. So basically, before you blindly go and install SQL Server, sir, just verify what operating system your VM is running. Okay, whether that operating system is compatible for your SQL installation or not. That's the first thing, sir. And minimum, nowadays we are purchasing powerful computers only, but minimum 1 GB of RAM, 1 GB of RAM, minimum with 1 or 2 cores of processor are mandatory, sir, if you wanted to install SQL Server. Clear? So just open MS Info 32, you will get a cluster clear information. You will get a cluster clear information. That's the first thing, sir. Everyone, please make a note down. This is one of the major prerequisites: operating system, RAM, CPU. Next is .NET framework, sir. Next is .NET framework. Being Microsoft .NET framework is Microsoft product, sir. It's a Microsoft product. Okay. .NET framework is also enhanced a lot. Okay. .NET framework is also enhanced a lot. Okay. .NET framework. How SQL Server. So when you go to the SQL Server, sir, how Microsoft is enhancing the graphical user interface means whenever you are trying to install, how the graphical user interface, that wizard looks like. Okay, how from where that wizard is enhancing means in the backend, Microsoft is using .NET framework. So what are the mandatory .NET frameworks is also very important, sir. I need 1 second, so let me open versions.
So it means UI is developed with the help of .NET.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir. So .NET framework is also mandatory. So for example, sir, if you are installing SQL Server 2005, if you're installing SQL Server 2005, you need a .NET framework of 1.1, 1.1. You need .NET framework 1.1 or you need .NET framework 2.0. You need .NET framework 2.0 or you need .NET framework 1.1. So based on your version, now of course nowadays we are having .NET framework latest version 4.8, 4.6, 4.5, 4.7 only latest. You no need, sir, explicitly you no need to install, but when operating system is going to build, by default you will get the .NET framework latest version only. In case you feel that .NET framework is not latest and you want to install the latest .NET framework, then you no need to install anything, sir. .NET framework. Okay. In case this checkbox is not checked, for example, this checkbox is not checked, that time go to application team. Sorry. Go to Windows team and ask them, hey, so we have verified .NET framework latest version is not installed. We verified .NET framework latest version is installed, but .NET framework 3.5 with the .NET framework 2.0, 3.0 is not installed. Will you able to install for us? You no need to install, sir. You need to contact Windows team. But in case if you don't have Windows team, then you need to just go and install the .NET framework 3.5. Sir, along with the latest .NET framework, you need .NET framework 3.5 as well. Please, this is a make a note down, sir. Why, Subbu, we are having latest .NET framework, right? Again, why we need .NET framework 3.5 to 2.0 and 3.0 means couple of features still they are working with the .NET framework lower version. So better better to avoid any issues going forward when you after installing SQL Server, we are installing .NET framework 3.5 as well. Getting my point? No? Yes? So in case you notice that .NET framework 3.5 is not installed, just go and talk to your Windows team. Tell them to install .NET framework 3.5. You no need to install, sir. Okay, you can create a task to the Windows team. They will go and install the .NET framework 3.5. That includes .NET framework 2.0. That includes .NET framework 3.0 as well. Being why we want to do that .NET framework 3.5, being we are using latest version means still couple of things are depending on older versions. So to avoid any issues going forward after you installing SQL Server, we are suggesting to install .NET framework 3.5 as well. before we start the SQL installation. Clear? So this is our second thing you need to keep in your mind. One is hardware, software, hardware requirement. Second is .NET framework. This is also most important. You need to remember, sir. These are the major prerequisites if you want to install. One more thing is clear, everyone? No? Yes?
Yes.
Yes. One more thing is Windows installer, sir. Windows installer. Windows installer. So by default, whatever you are installing SQL Server, sir, sorry. By default, whatever you are installing on the server, like MS Office, video players, audio players, or you are installing any games, in the backend, it is using Windows installer. It is using Windows installer by default, sir. By default, whatever you are installing in whatever you are installing in server, in your server, in your laptop, in your server, by default, backend, it is using Windows installer. It is using Windows installer. You no need to explicitly go and verify Windows installer, sir. By default, Windows installer will be available. By default, Windows installer will be available. But this is also one of the mandatory things where we need to take in care, but no need explicitly go and check the Windows installer, sir. Okay, version. But this is a backend which is helping you to install any products on the server, on the Windows server, including SQL Server as well. Including SQL Server as well. Make sense, everyone? You no need explicitly, sir, go, but if whatever you are installing on the server on your laptop, backend Windows installer is helping us a lot, sir. Backend Windows installer is helping us a lot, backend. This is also one of the mandatory service if you wanted to install the SQL Server. Okay, not okay? So these all are the things you need to consider in your mind. But again, sir, whoever the people are starting their journey, SQL installation is very easy, very straightforward. You never face any difficulties, sir. Okay, but these are all the things you need to keep it in a mind in reality, because if you want to work very smoothly, these are all the components, these are all the services, these are all the requirements, or you need to consider basically, okay, so that you can work very smoothly after you install the SQL servers. After you install the SQL server, these are all the mandatory. And one more thing also you can ask the question, sir. Question. So additional question means when you are installing the SQL server, you can ask application team to whom, for example, if you want to grant any access, if you want grant to any access, to whom we need to grant access, what permissions we need to grant access, what level of permissions we need to grant. So that is also you can ask a question for advanced advanced level. So after you complete the installation, sir, once you complete the installation, so application team wants to access the SQL server, right? If you're not granting them any permission and simply you are dropping a mail, hey, hi John, so as per your request, we have completely built the SQL server. Will you go and verify? What they will verify, sir? They don't have access firstly. Correct? Agree, not agree? If they're having access, they can go and verify. If they don't have access, what they will verify, sir? So you can also ask the question, do you need any permission we need to grant after our installation? To whom we need to grant, to which accounts we need to grant, and what level of permissions we need to grant the permission? Let them ask a question. If explicitly they are telling, after you complete the installation, you can grant them the permissions so that they can verify our installation. So basically in real world, sim in my world, sir, I'm not saying that every world will follow the same strategy. In my world, especially my world, sir, in my project, okay, we are following a fantastic structure actually. We followed. So once we build the SQL Server, okay, we will integrate this server to the Canband. Canband is a tool, sir. It's a tool. It's a tool in the DevOps. So we will integrate this server in the Canband. Okay. So in the Canband, there are the stage by stage. There are the stage by stage. Okay. If one server wants to go for live, you need to fulfill all these stages. Okay. Windows team will build the server. SQL team will build the SQL, and they will update in the Kanban. Yeah, our installation is done. Okay, you can go for further steps. First, it will go for application team to validate. Next, it will go for health checks. Health checks. Okay, it will also go for performance checks. It will go for pre-prod, pre production stage. Then finally, it will go for live. So we are having different stages before one server go into the production box. So this server need to pass all the stages. And in case if something is gone, again the application team, DBS team will involve to see all this, what's happening. Until unless the server need to go for production. But this is the mandatory things we'll do, Subbu. No, I never see, sir. Most of the projects are following the standards. Simply, they will ask, can you build the server? We'll build the server. They will start creating the database. They will start going for live. But I got this opportunity where there is a tool, Kanban. Once we build the server, we'll register the server into the Kanban, and it will go for stage by stage. It need to pass all the stages before it go to the live platform. Clear, everyone? Okay, so this is about completely SQL build, sir. Okay. Do you have any questions? Prerequisites, what information you need to get it before you go and install the SQL Server? Will these are all mandatory, Subbu? I say no sometimes. Once you need to familiarize about your project. Not everything is a mandatory, sir. We'll go for standard installation only for within a project. Until unless you switch to a new project, the process will be changed. Yeah.
Subbu, actually, I used to struggle for the sequence like between SQL service and the SSMS. So which one I need to install first, which one second? Because I have observed that I still am not able to recognize the exact sequence if it exists. That if I'm installing SQL Management Studio first and services later, something is not working, and
No,
vice
sir.
versa
There is
also.
no dependency on management services and SQL installation. You can install vice versa.
Okay, any
From my
service.
point of view, never. Because I install just now I uninstall the SQL Server, I reinstall. Already SSMS has been part of my laptop. No,
Okay.
sir. See, SSMS is a separate tool. That's it. It's a tool. But you may face issue when you are installing SSMS. If you have Visual Studio, if you install Visual Studio
Ah,
and
that
you are
that is
installing
also one of the
SSMS,
element. Yeah,
yeah,
I
that
recall
time
now.
only you may face something. With SSMS
Okay.
installation, you may face, sir, not with the database engine, sir. No. So
Yeah,
before
yeah,
you
correct.
install Visual Studio, try to
Mhm.
install SSMS first, then you can go for Visual Studios.
Yeah, got
Like
it.
when you
Their
are
their
when
sequence exists.
it's not like that, sir. Sometimes tricky. I can't say okay. You need to follow or something, sir. You know how your bike, but
Mhm.
sometimes nature can predict anything, right? That's how the system will also predict, sir. Sometimes worst.
Yeah, yeah. But I remember I had to install many times,
Yeah,
uninstall
I know,
many
sir. I
times.
know, I know.
Even
Because I also
everyone might have.
struggle. Yeah, I also.
Yeah.
But basically, sir,
Yeah.
I was a little bit weak in the installation because I never install SQL Server mostly, oftenly in real world. Even patches also. Only I will. Luckily, I was being part of troubleshooting. Okay, that's it, sir. For today, okay, because uh, I need to go to office today. So that's it. I'm giving 5 more minutes. If you have any questions?
Subbu, can you upload this video to YouTube?
Yeah, shortly after, before I go to office, I will upload. I will render in the office once I reach, and I will make it ready by
Okay,
within
Subbu.
1 or 1.5 hour.
Thank you, Subbu.
Yeah, tomorrow we are going to see the installation, sir. By tomorrow we'll complete the installation. And Wednesday, most powerful day. Don't miss. We are going to start the recovery model, backup, restores. I will complete these 3 sessions at any cost in the weekend because next week we are going to start the high availabilities. Okay. Sir, subject, Sai, one thing I just wanted to miss. Sai, please share all the materials to everyone and tell them update in the WhatsApp group. Okay. Sorry, I forget to inform you, Sai.
Yeah.
Don't
I'm
miss
on it
today.
already.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
I'm working on it.
Yeah. But just in today, you will get the material. I'm so sorry. We missed actually. Okay. He is not part of today's session. Okay. Yeah. Today you will
So,
get everything, sir. I'm so sorry. We missed.
yeah, so I have one request.
Yes, sir.
Please tell us how to install this one MS SQL in Linux platform as well. So,
Definitely, sir. We'll make the session. Yeah.
yeah.
That's in our mind only. That's lots of things are on our mind. Okay. But
Oh,
to
thank you.
keep in reality,
And just tell us what is the best practices we need to follow while doing the installation? What are the things we need to follow? Just tell us.
where's that Linux?
Yeah, but both Windows and Linux
Windows,
because
we already told you, sir. And I
yeah.
will share a separate material. Okay. I share a
Okay.
best material, sir.
Subbu,
Yeah.
there is a chance for the installation of Kubernetes like that.
Maybe, sir. Earlier, I used to teach the Docker, but Docker is not in my mind now. I
Okay.
used to teach the DevOps tools earlier.
Right now, we have any chance to show that installation in
No,
Docker
sir.
file?
By not getting that much, I need to have lots of pending concepts.
Okay.
But after that, I can fulfill the requirement. In
Okay,
my
Subbu.
mind, we are having lots yet to prepare. Means prepare means on fly the recordings. Okay. First, I need to complete that one. In case if everything is done, then let's see, sir. Other
Okay, Subbu.
because I told you right many times, 60 days is not good for a trainer, best trainer. And people will,
I am thinking it will go for 90 days.
no, this time, no, sir. I can run the subject like anything. I
Okay,
will run
Subbu.
the subject faster, sir. But don't feel I never miss anything, sir. Okay. Run means you agreed Saturday, Sunday. So there are 5 sessions are pending for old batch. Once I complete that 5 sessions, I will completely stick for you only, sir. Weekends.
Okay,
Okay.
Subbu.
We spend more on the weekends, lots of questions, doubts, everything, so that you will be so happy. You are clarifying all your doubts on the weekends. Okay. So whole Monday to Friday, you prepared something and you are making a notes on the questions. We'll go for Saturday, Sunday. We'll dedicatedly give 30 minutes, okay, for questions and whatever things you wanted to implement. Okay. Now someone asks, who is asked that, sir? CDC. Sir, Sai, try to enable CDC and try to do one small thing, sir. CDC, Sai, try to import
Yeah.
export into the CDC table. Try to
Mhm.
export data to the Excel and try to export into the table, CDC table, whether it is
Mhm.
capturing or not.
Okay, got it.
Okay. Anyhow, you are
Okay.
going to take a session, right? Just make this
Yes.
as a additional thing. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Good. We are expecting such type of questions only, sir, because again, I we don't want hide and seek, sir. Everyone knows SQL Server, everything SQL Server. No, no, sir. Okay. We are learners. That's what I am telling. We are learners, including me also learners. Okay. Get the question, sir. We are happy to teach you. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. See you tomorrow.
Yeah, hello.
Yes.
Earlier you said that you are using some tools to install this SQL server instead of
Yeah.
traditional.
Yeah.
So like DevOps, is it possible to show us that?
No, sir. No.
Yeah.
Because that's what we are requesting, right? I need to
Mm.
go for data engineer. I need to go for PostgreSQL. You know, right? I need to prepare the PPTs. I need to prepare the content. I need to prepare the slide, everything, right? Okay.
Yeah.
How I am teaching SQL Server, how you trust me a lot on the SQL Server. I need to make same trust on the other technology as well, right? So how much hard work we need to do. So let's do that homework, sir, rather than spending on other. We don't want spend on time on other tools which we are not using that much familiarized tools. Okay. That's the reason we are telling no. Otherwise, yes, sir. I hope you got it, Rajesh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we wanted to bring a new world for us, Azure SQL Champ. Okay. Then you can proudly say that apart from SQL, I also know this one. Your resume weightage will be grow. Your technical weightage will be grow. Your packages will grow. Your confidence will grow. That's what our agenda. Okay. The whole this year we are spending that one, sir. Okay. So in case if something we are not able to, in case you are having some time, if you spend some time, we are happy to get that inputs from you, sir. Myself and Sai. Okay. That kind of positive building we are making. Make sense?
Yeah.
Sir,
Yeah.
because whatever we are learning, we wanted to implement on you only because you trust us, not new people, right? We don't know how new people will think. So you can, for example, we are teaching data engineer and we explain something and you are not happy. You will tell the feedback to me, hey, Subbu, I'm not happy in here. Yeah, I can take that feedback and I can research a lot. I can get better than that one. Make sense?
And
That
one more,
is
Subbu, can you please enable this AI campaign in this one? Why? Because when whatever you discuss, na, it will transcript and we can. It is easy for us to. And when we go back to hear all this.
definitely, sir. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So,
Thank you. Thank you. See you tomorrow, sir. Sorry, I need to.
last question: how much
Yeah.
part of we will cover Azure part here in these classes?
Oh, almost all, sir. I will cover complete IaaS platforms like VM building, network building, storage, okay, Active Directory, along with SQL and managed instance. I will cover everything.
Okay,
Sir,
sir. Thank you.
SQL part, I will cover everything. You no need
Because
to aware of.
my new project is Azure, so that's why a bit
No.
tensed.
We'll cover everything, sir. It's not like we won't cover.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Also, Subbu, just schedule some Q&A sessions also, like interview Q&A, like you did for previous batches. So that will
Definitely, sir. Tell to
help us
Sai.
to recall. Yeah.
Everyone make one best time and tell to
Hmm.
Sai. He will
Hmm.
schedule it. I will get back into the session.
Okay.
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 So again, one more. Let me stop the recording. Oh, sorry. Stop the screen share. No, sorry. Okay. One small, sir. Being the Sai ears are not working, try to avoid him to call more. Okay, frequently. Text him. He will respond.
Hey, Subbu, that's not a problem.
No, no, no,
I
no,
am
no, no.
comfortable with
Wait,
the
wait,
calls
wait.
only.
No, no, no. Wait.
Mm, mm.
Until unless it's a real urgency, definitely don't hesitate to call to Sai, sir. Okay. Because in my mind, why I'm not able to pick the calls means I know my brother is there. Okay, that's the reason mostly I will avoid to pick the calls because in my mind there are lots of things, sir. I'm not getting a time. Okay, I want to show you actual stuff. Okay, what is Subu? We are what is Sai? Definitely we will bring that stuff to you, sir. Okay, that's the reason I won't pick the calls most of the time because Sai is there. He can pick everything. And going forward, Sai is also making busy for to us. Okay, so for that we are planning to bring two more people into the calls. Okay, we are talking in the back end who can help the students a lot who are already working. So in case if you are volunteer for us, definitely, sir, we'll keep your name until Azure SQL Champ is there. Okay, if you are volunteer for us to clarify the doubts for any one of the students. Always Subbu Sai only, not sir. You are also always. Okay. No, yes.
Okay. Okay. Okay, Subbu.
Because when we start preparing the ADF, Okay, it's massive content, sir. It's massive because I need to start ADF, Azure Synapse, SQL, PySpark, Gusto, logic apps, logic functions, Databricks is a two massive content, sir. That's what where I'm just getting afraid. Okay, otherwise I could start as a data engineers as quickly as possible. But Databricks is the game changer for you. Okay, see, sir, how many services we need to prepare. Azure Data Lake, all the stuff. So maybe I will stuck, sir, if I start the data engineer. That's the reason we are. But you no need to worry, sir. Whatever we promise SQL, you will get it. Every batch you will get it, sir. Okay. So mostly before your batch ending only, we'll start the either it can be PostgreSQL, either it can be as a data engineer. So Sai is going to post the voting mechanism. Based on your vote, we will try to bring one technology little bit quicker. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. See you tomorrow.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Thank you. Come on, yeah.